Hello, everyone. Velvet Al here. Still not on hiatus. Still watching movies so you don't have to. I think I'm going to switch over to bi weekly format and put these up every other week. I just put a little less pressure on myself. Which I know you're thinking, like, what the fuck? Pressure? What? Like, this is fucking hard work? You watch a movie and ramble about it? And well, A, these are horrible movies, so yeah, it takes a psychological toll. And B, I'm lazy. I don't want to put the work in. Uh, it's not that I do hard work, just the method I do it with is very time consuming, and I don't really have the time to consume. I do have the time, I just don't want to spend the time. I want to spend some of my time doing other things. So, but don't worry, you will still get Velvet Owl watching movies, just half the time. This week, we've got dun 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 Llamageddon. Not Llamageddon it. Every time I hear the word Armageddon, my first thought is that horrible Def Leppard song, Armageddon it. Just drives me insane because not only is that just a terrible pun, but it doesn't even make sense in the context of the song. The song's not about the end of the world. It's just another cheesy 80s love ballad. Well, not a ballad because they try to rock, but still, it's like a love song. So it makes no sense. Like, are you getting it? Yes, Armageddon it. It's like, fuck you, Def Leppard. It's what happens when you lose an arm. Yeah, I think that album was after the drummer lost an arm. But I don't think Def Leppard is involved in Llamageddon at all. But in the credits it says it's starring Louis the Llama. So I don't know if Louis the Llama has done other films. If this is his film debut. But I hope he's a good actor. I'm guessing he's probably a better actor than the rest of the people in this film. So enough babbling. On our way to Llamageddon. I've gone back and forth on whether I should say where I'm watching these movies on, in case you want to watch the movie yourself. But by the time you listen to this, because if you listen to this in the future, it may not exist on the same service I watched it on. And B, isn't the whole point of this podcast so you don't have to watch the movies? So you don't need me to tell you where it is, because you don't want to see it! So we start off with this animated sequence, which is giving us the background of there's a planet of llamas. Not a planet of the apes, planet of llamas. And no, it's not some big reveal that it was planet Earth all along. Though, that would be a good reveal. So they're getting into like these spaceship camper things. And they go flying off. I don't know what their mission is. Maybe they're off to battle some other planet and shoot shit up. But this one llama accidentally crashes into a satellite, which causes his plane to fall down and go crashing into the planet Earth. So I told you, it doesn't have the twist of the planet of llamas really being the planet Earth. But it could be the other way around. Because if you've ever read the original book, and Tim Burton's version kind of went more for the ending of the original book. Wait, did it? Now I'm confusing myself. No, in the original book, it was, he escapes from the planet of the apes and lands on Earth, but Earth has devolved into being the planet of the apes. Because the same thing of the original Planet of the Apes, the Planet of the Apes he first visits had a similar structure and devolved from humans into apes. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe this planet Earth, was originally a planet of llamas. And so this llama's going to find out at the end that they blew it up. No! That would be a fucking good movie. Someone get me Hollywood on the line. Get them on the phone. I am pitching this idea. Planet of the Llamas. And it turns out that the planet Earth was the planet of the llamas all along, and the llamas fucked it up. And then it switches to live action, and the llama walks out of his trailer camper, which seems to not be damaged, actually. There's some fire around it, because, it fell through the Earth's atmosphere at that speed. By the time you land, it's going to be, on fire. That's just physics. Or science. Some form of science. But the trailer itself is undamaged, because they probably had to get the trailer back at the end of the shooting of the film, and they didn't take the insurance out, so they can't damage the trailer. And the llama walks out, and he's got glowing eyes. So I'm guessing a large part of the film's budget's going to be spent on the glowing llama eyes. And for some reason, they give you the title twice. During the animated sequence when they're in space, it says Llamageddon. And then afterwards, in the live action sequence when the llama walks out, again, Llamageddon. So you know what movie you're watching. In case you missed the first 30 seconds of the film or something. Just so you know, you are watching Llamageddon. And so we're in a rural area, and there's this couple, probably in their mid-30s to 40s. Yeah, mid-40s, I think, closer. And they see the llama, and the lady's like, "Is that a llama?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, but I ain't chasing it. I'll call the neighbors later and see if they lost a llama." So who knows? They might have lost a llama. But he doesn't call, because he doesn't care that much. It's it's not my llama, so fuck that. I'm not going to spend all this time. Someone's missing a llama, they can go looking for the llama themselves. And then it's rainy and lightning, but it's really horrible lightning special effects. They couldn't even spring to get some stock footage of lightning. It's just this really bad made in Microsoft's My First Movie Special Effects 1.0 or something. Yeah, it's just very bad lightning. And the wife says to her husband, "Did you call about the llama?" And he's like, "No, I didn't call about the llama. It's not my fucking problem." And I think I've seen this bedroom in a number of Pornhub videos. And, this couple, they might have been in that video. I don't know. I'm not going to, look too far into it. But let's just say that, yes, they have some videos on Pornhub. I'm just going to say it. What are they going to do? Sue me? They don't know who I am. They'll probably never hear it. What you listener, you're going to track these guys down and say, "Hey, Velvet Al says you guys were in some Pornhub videos." Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So, but then the llama attacks and kills them, I guess. We hear a scream and we see some blood splatter on their wedding photo. So that's about it of the killing as we get. It's the next day, or assuming the next day. Actually, probably not the next day because it'd be too quick. But it's the funeral for these guys. And we don't really see a funeral. We see some shots of a graveyard while... Is graveyard too, I guess cemetery. Graveyard just sounds too dark and dreary and creepy. So it's the cemetery while some bagpipes play Amazing Grace on the soundtrack. So it's a funeral. You just don't see it. And now the couple's daughter is driving with her kids, who are at least teenage years. They're at least in their late teens, maybe early adults, which that couple did not look fucking old enough to be having teenage grandkids. Unless they started real early. I don't know. Maybe this town... Well, let's see. If the grandma was 13, she would have been... And her daughter got pregnant at 13 herself. 26. 30. Yeah. I guess if they started... If the grand couple started real early, she was a teen pregnant. She was a teen mom, and then her daughter was a teen mom. I guess it could have worked. It could have been. So, but anyways, the dad, he wasn't for the funeral, and they're wondering, like, why couldn't he come? And then we get a quick shot of him getting fucked. And you know what? The dad looks older than the grandparents did. But he, it's the mom's grandparents. It's the mom's parents, so, it could possibly be that the dad really was older than the grandparents. It's a crazy, mixed up fucking time, but who knows? We're in the 21st century, and all sorts of wackiness timelines can happen. So, but I guess the grandkids are gonna go up to the grandparents' home, and the granddaughter, she just starts taking off her dress right there in the car, which makes her brother uncomfortable because this is not a Pornhub video. Unlike the grandparents and their Pornhub videos, this is not a Pornhub video, so sister getting undressed, not comfortable. So, but mom says, don't have any sex parties while you're taking care of the house. She knows what's up, because, she says she went to college herself, so she knows all about it. And, like I said, everyone obviously had to have, had their children young in this family. So, yeah, I think she's just trying to look out for her daughter there and say, don't get knocked up at a young age like I did. And, she's not going to come out and call her daughter a mistake. Maybe an accident, but, she doesn't want to admit that. For a second there, I thought the audio on my TV broke or something, because they're still driving, and it's complete silence, no, natural sound, nothing on the soundtrack, just complete silence. But, no, it's just the film itself. I guess they lost audio for 5 seconds there. Or 15. I don't know. It seemed way too long. Long enough for me to go, did my TV break? So the mom drops the kids off at the house, and they see a llama, and they're like, oh, a llama, that's weird. Oh, well, let's not think of anything about it, or the fact that its eyes are glowing. I mean, maybe they weren't close enough to the llama to see that the llama's eyes were glowing, but llama's eyes were glowing. That would make me go, hold up. What? But, they're gonna have the house to themselves, and before the mom leaves, she tells the daughter, look out for your brother, and if he wets the bed, don't tell anyone. Don't make fun of him. Which, I guess brother still wets the bed. It happens, I'm not gonna shame him for wetting the bed. It happens. We all have accidents. Or so I'm gonna tell myself. But if mom is so worried about her son, then why is she just leaving him? No, why don't you take care of your son and make sure that if he wets the bed, no one makes fun of him? Do your job as a mom. The sister wastes absolutely no time in calling, all her friends, and then some, to a big party that they're going to throw. This montage, goes on way too long. Yeah, I get the point. You've got a lot of friends, and you're calling them to the party. Meanwhile, the brother's just walking around the farm while the llama watches him. I thought something bad was going to happen, but no, he just goes back into the house. And we get one shot of the llama. So I don't know what the llama's doing or what the llama's planning. Meanwhile, over at the site of the crash where the trailer spaceship still is, or the camper. It's a camper. It's one of those, you hitch to the back of a truck and you put an animal in there. Is that a camper? I'm calling it a camper. And it's got wings. Airplane wings on it. Because it can fly through space. So, and we've got all these scientists studying it. I think they're supposed to be scientists. They don't have lab coats. They have white button-down t-shirts that are open, which I guess is as close to lab coats as they could afford on the budget. Like, but they got pens in the pocket, so these guys are serious and they're smart. And the one guy says, "Man, I'm getting too old for this shit." Looks about to be about 23, 24. So, but after a lifetime, yeah, that is kind of. Sorry, my thing screwed up there. But yeah, you reach 23, you do feel like you've hit a lifetime and you are getting too old for this shit. And then they find like a little fur ball. Not a little fur ball, like a giant, like just ball of fur. So they're going to study that. Who knows what that might be? And then we get on the screen, it goes black and the words say time lapse. And then we go to the house and the party started. So I don't know if the filmmakers know what time lapse actually is. I don't know if there was a time lapse sequence supposed to happen in that part and they just kind of ran out of money and couldn't make it. Yeah, like why wouldn't you just say like hours later or just cut to the party? Like we just will assume that this is happening at a different time. That's driving me insane. Seriously, what the fuck, filmmakers? What was this time lapse supposed to be? Like, was this like it was a placeholder? There was supposed to be something else in between the studying of the spaceship and the party? I want to know now what was supposed to be there. So the party's kicking, I guess. There's people drinking beer and talking about Evil Dead movies and planets, and there's a game of beer pong where apparently, like, you lose, you gotta drop your pants or something. Man, were the college parties I went to in college this lame and I was just too drunk to notice? Like, or do today's college kids just not know how to have fun? Must be the latter, because I was not lame. Man, I was totally super lame. So I guess the parties I went to were lame too. Because no one was going to invite me to one of the cool parties. So yeah, I guess I just ended up at the lame parties too. So, but the brother, he's telling everyone to use a coaster, which I guess, they're trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, what a nerd loser this character is, but he's just considerate. You should use a coaster. You don't want to leave rings on the furniture. It's polite manners. But his sister has a plan to get him laid. Not by her. Because, again, though this house was used in Pornhub videos, and I'm sticking to that, it's not a Pornhub video type of party. No. And, I mean, they're brother and sister. Pornhub videos, it has to be stepbrothers and stepsisters. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. But a friend of hers, he supposedly found some women that would be willing to bang him. So, will the loser stepbrother... No, he's not a stepbrother. He's just a brother. Now my mind is stuck on, we're going to get some stepsister, stepbrother porn. Bow, wow, wow. Isn't it funny that that's kind of like the universal like music for porn? And I don't think any porn movie since like the 1970s has actually used that kind of music, but we all still go with that joke. It's just very fascinating. I'm going to do a study on that. That's going to involve watching a lot of porn, I guess. Is that my study? I don't know, but I'm hoping that the brother gets laid. I just pulled out long beard hair, like seriously super long, almost like the entire length of my forearm long. I mentioned this because this party is just so fucking boring that this is probably what I would be doing if I were at the party, is just pulling out beard hairs and being amazed at it. Just like, wow, this fucker is long. Probably really like almost any beard hair I pull out would probably be that long. So I don't know why that amazes me so much. But the sister's texting a friend of hers who's on her way to the party. And fucking texting and driving. I hope that bitch dies! I don't really hope she dies. Actually, I do. I hope she dies, but no one dies with her. But that's good, because she dies. But not from crashing into a car. So she's lucky. She's lucky because she's texting and driving, and she could have really hurt someone. But she slams on the brakes because laser eye glowing. I just ruined it about the lasers, didn't I? Glowing eye llama is there in the middle of the road, and she's honking her horn like, get the fuck out of my way, llama. I don't care that your eyes are glowing. Llama, he's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. And boom! I don't really know a good laser sound, but he shoots fucking lasers from his eyes, and that is fucking awesome. And I'm done with the movie because there's no way this could be topped. No, I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but that is pretty cool. And she dies in a huge fiery accident. Is it really an accident? Because the llama did mean to shoot her. So, but she dies because there's this whole fire that's obviously superimposed because they couldn't afford to like actually get a fire and set the car on fire and set her on fire. That was just too much for the special effects. But she is dead. And we're back to the party where the llama with glowing eye lasers is not at. I hope he makes his way there, because that would be awesome. Now, that would be a fucking party if there was a llama. It is not a party. Like, it doesn't even have to be a llama with glowing eye lasers. If there's just a llama, that just seems like it's going to be a much cooler party. There's this one guy at the party who kind of looks like Jordan Peele, and his shirt keeps changing, and I don't know if that's an intentional joke or not. If it's intentional, it is not funny. It's just kind of dumb and lame. If it's not intentional, then that's fucking hilarious that they just never bothered to check, like, hey, let's make sure he keeps the same shirt for this entire, like, party scene. One of the stoner guys is outside because he has to pee, and I don't know, maybe the bathroom is, like, occupied. So he's gonna go piss against the fence. But on the other side of the fence, llama with glowing eyes. And at least this fucking stoner kid realizes, wait a minute, that is not normal. A llama should not have glowing eyes. And he falls backwards, some piss lands on him. I don't know if it's his own piss or if the llama decided to piss on him. I kind of hope that the llama decided to piss on him, but I don't know. He runs back in the house telling like everyone, like, dude, fucking llama's possessed. His eyes are glowing. And everyone thinks he's crazy, but he's not the crazy one. He's the sane one. Not even the stoner's friends believe him that he saw a llama with glowing eyes, which I guess, I mean, maybe a little, like, tough to believe, but still, give your friend the benefit of the doubt. And then his one friend said, I'll pack a bowl for you. Ha ha. And he pauses to let us know that it's a joke. Except his pause is so fucking long, I thought, oh shit, my TV froze up on me. Like, nope, it's just more of the bad filmmaking. Meanwhile, this other guy has gone outside because he's pissed off at his girlfriend because his girlfriend banged one of the other guys there and gave him some blowjobs. Not while there, just in the past. Because this guy, you know what, fuck this guy. You're with a woman, she'll have a past. And it's in her past. She's with you now. It doesn't matter how many guys she's blown beforehand. She's blowing you now. And that's what matters. That's what love is about. But he sees the llama and offers the llama smoke. Llama because he doesn't smoke. He says no to drugs. He bites his fingers off. And then, with his llama strength, punches the guy in the chest hard enough that his heart goes flying out through his back and lands in the hands of his girlfriend, who just happens to be walking out at that moment. That's kind of poetic. That is a poetic image that his heart landed in her hands. Just fantastic. And then the llama attacks her and just fucking like tramples her to death. Just kind of fucking just punching the fuck out of her. Except the hooves are never, like, none of these punches are actually connecting. Like, it stops well before her face. She's a fucking diva actress, I guess. Like, no, don't hit me for real. I'm not a method actress. And she dies bloody from the air, from the llama throwing punches. Fake Jordan Peele's shirt keeps changing, so yeah, it's intentional. This film wants to reward you for paying attention to detail. These are lame rewards. Meanwhile, he makes the brother partake in some drinking games. All part of the lead up to trying to get him laid. But he doesn't hold his liquor too well, and the brother just pukes all over the place. And they're like, oh no, what the fuck, we can't keep drinking. Again, lame party. Back in my day, someone pukes, like, fuck him. Just put a towel on him and we'll keep drinking. It was me. I was the guy that puked. And everyone just kept drinking. They're like, fuck this. You are not killing our buzz. But the brother mentions that they have a hot tub. And like, all right, party's back on in the hot tub. Will the brother get laid in the hot tub? Who knows? Then this other douchebag with a backwards baseball cap shows up late to the party. Just fucking douchebaggery. Coming all late to the party. And he slips on the blood. I think he slips on the heart a little as he's walking in. And it doesn't bother him too much. Like, whatever. And he comes in and he's like, I'm gonna get fucking laid. So I don't know if he's gonna get laid with the sister or with the girl that the brother's supposed to get laid with. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe he won't get laid because a llama will fucking come and eat him or shoot lasers. I want more laser shooting from the llama. Okay, the douchebag is the sister's boyfriend, which is good, because that means the brother still has a chance of getting laid. And getting laid he does! Woo! I am rooting for him, because the girl takes him into the bedroom and fucks him. I'm assuming, because afterwards he's like, I'm a man. Meanwhile, sister and her douchebag boyfriend are getting it on at the same time. Not in the same room. That would just be awkward, even though this is the Pornhub house. But they don't actually get it on. They're just in foreplay mode when, bing! His phone goes off and some random girl just sent him a picture of her tits. Which pissed off the sister, like, oh, fuck no. I'm not fucking you now. Meanwhile, fake Jordan Peele has invited everyone in the party to get into the hot tub. And I'm surprised that the hot tub actually managed to fit everyone. It doesn't even look like that big of a hot tub, but enough to fit everyone at the party. And one of the guys is wearing a horse mask for some reason. But really, do you need a reason to wear a horse mask? So the llama enters the house, and he goes over to the hot tub, and he's looking at them. No one seems at first like concerned, but maybe because this all moves way too quickly for them to register, because he quickly just knocks a radio into the hot tub, electrocuting everyone, which really consists of everyone trying to convulse while some bad fake lightning is superimposed on them. And one of the girls in the hot tub can't even really convulse very well. You can see she's just laughing. Although, I don't know, I've never actually watched someone get electrocuted, so that could possibly be a reaction to being electrocuted in a hot tub, is you might just laugh, because your brain is so fried that it doesn't know how to react. I don't know why the llama went for this method of death when he's got fucking laser eyes. In fact, I don't know why he's gone for any other method of death. Well, I mean, punching the heart out was just fucking cool. But you got laser eyes. Just fucking shoot laser eyes. Did they run out of budget for laser eyes? And then this other guy and girl come by and they decide, hey, we want to get in the hot tub. Completely ignoring that, you know, the lights are flickering and there's all these other people in the hot tub convulsing with electricity going through them. They're like, yeah, let's get in the hot tub. So I have no sympathy for them getting electrocuted because you're fucking idiots. You see people are being electrocuted in the hot tub and you decide you still want to go in. And then fake Jordan Peele comes by because he has some extra beers because, you know, he needs to kick up the party, but he sees everyone's dead and he's not stupid enough to jump into the hot tub. He's like, holy shit, we've got a problem. The sister is still fighting with her boyfriend over the pic of tits that got texted to him. And he's all trying to say, like, well, how do you know they're not your tits? Which seems like a real long shot defense you just went with there. Because I think she'll notice, I think she'll know whether or not those tits are her tits. I mean, I don't know. And the film doesn't want to show me the picture and her tits so that I can compare and know if they really were her tits. But she would know. And also, someone else texted it to him. So, you know, why would they have a picture of her tits? And that would just kind of make things even worse for the boyfriend, right? Like, did you just send pics of your girlfriend's tits to people and now they're sending them back to you? Just, wow. You just did not think that one through, did you? No, you did not. But then fake Jordan Peele comes and he's like, everyone's dead in the hot tub. And the sister and her boyfriend go and check and they're like, holy shit, everyone's dead in the hot tub. And everyone who's still alive at this point goes outside to try to call the police because there's no service. Oh no, there's never any cell phone service in these movies. How will they be able to survive and call for help? But the brother, he's just become like complete asshole because he got laid. That's kind of what happens. You get laid for the first time, you just turn into a dick. And he's all like, yeah, they're probably not dead. Let's go drink some more. But now, the llama has arrived. So, Llama remembers that he's got super fucking cool laser eyes, which is awesome. So he shoots lasers at a couple of the people, which causes them to explode, like in a fiery explosion. Now, granted, I don't really know the physiology of the human body getting hit by llama eye lasers, but I didn't think that it would cause them to explode. And it caused the rest of the people to get drenched in blood. And the sister's boyfriend just starts puking like copious amounts. And you know what? I'm gonna give some props to the filmmakers for going with just clear liquid vomit and not chunky stuff. Probably because they couldn't afford to make chunky vomit. But chunky vomit just kind of makes me want to puke. So, that's good. And I'm eating right now while watching this movie. So I did not need chunky vomit, and this film just spared me chunky vomit. So, good for you, film. And then the llama shoots some weird llama spit at the sister's boyfriend, which causes him to start mutating into alien were llama something. I don't know, he starts turning into a llama himself, which is just crazy. Why wasn't the llama doing this in the first place? And just turn everyone into llama. Take over this world by turning everyone into llamas. That would seem to be the logical step in my mind. Meanwhile, we're down to 4 people who are alive. The brother and sister, the girl that banged the brother, and fake Jordan Peele. And they run inside. And they remember, hey, wait a minute, there's a landline in the house, so let's try using that. And they call the police in. Oh no, the police don't believe that there's a llama shooting lasers out of its eyes and killing people. Gee, I don't know why the police wouldn't believe that. If I were the 911 operator who took that call, I'd be like, fucking shit, let's get some people down there and save you kids. Or I might be like, wait, a fucking llama shooting lasers out of its eyes? We're not gonna touch that one. I'm not sending my officers to their deaths. So the police hang up. Then they decide they're gonna call their dad. But unfortunately, the line cuts out at that moment. But Dad, he realizes, okay, well, my kids called, and... Which I don't know how he knew they called. Because it would have come up as the grandparents' number, if they're calling from the grandparents' house. And so, wouldn't he be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this? Does he know that his kids are at the grandparents' house? I mean, I guess he knows that the grandparents are dead, so maybe he does know that they're there. But he's like, well, the line cut out, so I'm gonna go rescue my kids. And then the boyfriend comes inside the house. He hasn't fully mutated into full-on llama, but he's got some llama arms. So, you know, something's wrong, but they go running. And there's this other girl who I haven't seen before, but apparently she was still alive. She just was drunk, passed out, and she's woken up, and she doesn't know where everyone is, so she goes outside, and she gets killed by the llama. We don't see how. I don't know if he trampled her to death, punched her heart out, or zapped her with laser eyes. So I'm guessing maybe they were running out of budget to show more llama killings. We just hear her scream while some blood gets splattered across the door. Now, everyone else is running in the woods while the llama is chasing them. They leave the boyfriend behind, figuring he's the reason that the llama is chasing them. Which, I don't know, 50-50 chance. Maybe he wants to get the llama boy, or maybe he wants to fucking kill all of you. But so the boyfriend gets left behind, and his transformation into a llama is completed. But again, I guess they didn't have enough of a budget to show the actual transformation, because the transformation happens in animation. It's just an animated cartoon of him turning into a llama. And the evil llama comes and stares at him. Meanwhile, the other guys have come across the camper spaceship. Fake Jordan Peele finds a aluminum baseball bat, or it looks like a baseball bat that's wrapped in aluminum foil. And he decides this is the weapon that is the way to fight, because they find it in the aliens' camper spaceship. So he figures it has to be the weapon that can defeat them. And it does help shoot off the lasers. Like, he could just bat the lasers away. And so he gives a speech of that finally they're going to have a chance to take it down. And then he gets shot by a laser. You've kept your eye on the ball, fake Jordan Peele. So the boyfriend, who's now a man llama beast, starts laying eggs. Because, I don't know, did he also become a female? Is he part female llama? Or on this race of space llama aliens, is it that the men give birth? I don't know. Again, we're not familiar with space llama physiology, so who knows? I think we should capture this llama and study it. And the dad of the brother and sister shows up, and he's got a shotgun. I guess he figured, they must be in trouble, so I gotta bring my shotgun. And he sees Llama Boy, who's like, kill me! So he blows that fucker away. And then he starts blowing away all the llama babies that are hatching from the eggs. Because fuck them. We cannot let those little llama babies, even though we should save one or two of them so we can study them. But no, we can't let them grow up and kill more people. Because who knows how early into birth that llamas develop the laser eyes. Then the llama shows up. The main llama. The one that came to Earth. And he uses his laser eyes to melt the shotgun. So Dad now has to fight the llama hand to hand. Hand to hoof. I don't know. It's fisticuffs. And again, the llama doesn't actually hit him. So, because these actors, they aren't willing to go that method acting and have, like, the fake hoof actually hit them. But he fares better than the girl earlier because he doesn't get bloody at all. But the llama decides, well, fuck this, I'm gonna bite his neck. And that kills Dad. So now it looks like it's just the brother and sister left. I don't know what happened to the other girl, the one that took brother's cherry. She must have died at some point and I wasn't paying attention. So they have that moment of calm, and the sister tells her brother, you know, I always thought you were just a little boy, but tonight I see you are a man. And it's like, yeah, this is the Pornhub house, so I see where this is going. And the brother's like, you know, I used to think you're an idiot, but I still think you're an idiot. And then the sister says, we're gonna make out of this alive. But I stopped that out and I just started, she said, we're gonna make out. And I'm like, yeah, the Pornhub house has taken over. And then I realized the out of this part. So, nope, they just start running again. No incestuous relationship that will go on in Llamageddon. Because they're classy. These are classy filmmakers. So the llama's about to shoot laser eyes at the kids. But oh no, Dad is not quite dead. And he runs a combine that just destroys the llama and kills him. And it's rather anticlimactic. And then Dad dies in the kid's arm and lets the daughter know right in front of the brother that she was his favorite child. Oh, Dad. You almost had Father of the Year there. But you just had to ruin it right there at the end. And so that was Llamageddon. And now I'm going to do something I normally don't do. And this will fucking probably get me a copyright strike or something. But I don't care. Because you have to hear at least part of this song that plays over the end credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live, you've just witnessed Llamageddon, Llamageddon, it's a Llamageddon, motherfucker. Llamageddon, Llamageddon, it's a Llamageddon, motherfucker. Llamageddon, Llamageddon, it's a Llamageddon, motherfucker. Llamageddon, Llamageddon, oh, get down.
Is that not like the most fucking awesome song you've ever heard? It's gonna be in your head for days. Llamageddon, Llamageddon. Oh my god. I hope someone has this on YouTube. That song, because I'm gonna share the fuck out of it if it is. All over my Facebook. Just Llamageddon, Llamageddon. So, I don't care that the rest of the movie sucked. That song makes it all worthwhile. That makes up for the fact that there was no boobs in this film, even though they were in the hot tub. So, but I mean, we got a fucking killer ass ending theme rap song, and a llama that shoots lasers out of its eyes. And what more can you really ask for a film? You know, Martin Scorsese, you've lost your way. This is how you can get back on track. A llama with shooting lasers out of its eyes. Just so usual and stuff. You can email me at velvetal@hotmail.com or leave a comment on the YouTube page if you're watching on the YouTube page, or just, you know, yell really loud and I might hear you. So probably gonna switch over to the bi-weekly schedule with the next episode. So either see you next week or in 2 weeks, Or who knows, because you can be listening to this like 5 years from now, and by that point there's going to be like 2 other episodes after this. Or you might be listening to them in backwards order. However you feel. Maybe this is the last episode you have on your queue to listen to. I love you. I just want you to know that I love you. Almost as much as I love Llamageddon. Llamageddon.